You guys, really sad news. Lisa Marie Presley, daughter of Priscilla Presley, and of course, Elvis Presley's only daughter, has died at only 54, 54 years old. And get this, she died of cardiac arrest. That's the same thing so many people in the last year have died from. Even we were just talking about Tristan Thompson and his mom, also in her 50s, young, healthy, died of cardiac arrest. You guys, let's get into this. This is so shocking. There are so many people in their 50s just dropping. Lisa Marie Presley has died according to family sources. Sources tell TMZ Lisa was pronounced dead at an LA area hospital where she was taken after suffering cardiac arrest on Thursday morning. Now, TMZ did break the story. They want us to know that Lisa was rushed to the hospital after her housekeeper found her unresponsive at her Calabasas home. Her ex-husband, Danny Keough, whatever, was there and performed CPR on her until paramedics arrived and took over. They administered at least one dose of adrenaline during resuscitation efforts. Again, I don't know if she was that close to her ex-husband, but I guess so. And it's a good thing he was here, even though it didn't really help. Again, we don't know what the reason was for it. We don't know what caused it. We don't know. I mean, it's a good thing her husband knew CPR. Priscilla was at her bedside when she passed away. Her mother was at her bedside. Let's get into this. A source with direct knowledge said that Lisa Marie's housekeeper found her unresponsive in her bedroom. At about the same time, her ex-husband got home from taking the kids to school. Oh my God. So the kids saw their mom right before she passed away, and he performed CPR until paramedics arrived. Danny and Lisa have been living together for quite some time now, so they were super, super close. They're saying that Lisa Marie went into full arrest. Our sources say someone administered the adrenaline shot at the scene at least one time and hoping she would regain a pulse. She was rushed to the hospital after EMTs responded to her home for a possible cardiac arrest. It was a full cardiac arrest. Sources directly connected with Lisa Marie tell TMZ that paramedics performed CPR Thursday at her house in Calabasas before rushing her to a hospital. We're also told they were able to regain a pulse before she was transported. So she was alive when she was transported. It's unclear what her condition is at this point, but we do know she was getting treatment at the hospital, but that treatment was not successful. Lisa Marie is the daughter of Elvis and Priscilla Presley, and she was born exactly 9 months after her parents tied the knot. She became the joint heir to the Elvis estate with her grandfather and great-grandmother after he died of a heart attack in 1977. So maybe this is family related, like hereditary. She followed in her father's footsteps, becoming a singer, a songwriter, and dropped her debut album, To Who It May Concern, in 2003. I actually remember that. There were some bops. The record reached number 5 on the Billboard album chart and earned a gold cert. Now, she came into my stratosphere when she married the king of pop, right? The king of rock's daughter, rhythm and blues. Well, I don't know. He wasn't the king of rhythm and blues. Just hear me out. She also had several high-profile marriages. While Danny was her first husband, less than a month after divorcing him, she shocked the world by marrying Michael Jackson in 1994. Now, I do remember that. Wow. They say shortly after the surprise nuptials, the couple shared a very famous kiss on stage at the MTV Video Music Awards. I remember they were dragging him for being a super, super awkward kiss. But you know what? I actually watched video of the kiss and I realized something. Society as a whole was so cruel back then. There wasn't anything awkward about the kiss. It was literally two people kissing on stage in public without rehearsing it. That was their problem. They didn't rehearse it to look real. So they just did a spontaneous kiss on stage and everybody was like, oh my God, boo. We were just crueler and we had high expectations, but there was nothing awkward about the kiss. I will stand by that, okay? Don't drag me in the comments. Now, they divorced less than 2 years later, which honestly, 2 years these days is like 50 years. So the fact that we thought that relationship was so fake The fact that we thought that kiss was awkward, and the fact that this marriage lasted more than 90% of Hollywood marriages. She tied the knot with Nicolas Cage. Oh my God, I remember Nicolas Cage, but I will say this. I am a Nicolas Cage apologist. I don't care. The fact that he spent a billion-dollar fortune on men in tinfoil suits and literally trying to get a piece of the Magna Carta. Remember when Nick Cage bought stolen artifacts from the Vatican and had to return them? Nick Cage was a wild boy, still is. But she tied the knot in 2002, although the marriage only lasted a couple of months before he filed divorce documents. Now, again, I find it odd in her love life. And don't get me wrong, she has had some like very prolific romances. But back then, from what I understand, she was that girl. Michael Jackson was that guy. Nicolas Cage was that guy. So basically, she was the it girl marrying the it guys. Again, I find it odd that everybody doubted her 2-year marriage to Michael Jackson, but nobody doubted her few-month marriage to Nicolas Cage. Anyway, just last week, Lisa Marie and her mom attended the Golden Globe Awards to see Austin Butler score a win for his portrayal of, that's right, Elvis. In the Baz Luhrmann movie. Did anybody see that movie? I still haven't seen it. Let me know in the comments if you actually think it's good. Lisa Marie and her mom, Priscilla, must have thought it was incredible for them to even go and pay homage to Austin Butler. Y'all remember when Austin Butler was in some like Disney Kid, Nickelodeon thing? We'll get into that later. That's for the people that know Austin Butler and his childhood acting. But yeah, oddly enough, Lisa Marie and her mom are super close in age. I think Elvis married her when she was 14 or 15. So her mom is only 14 or 15 years older than her. That's probably why they look the same age. Now, this is super sad. Lisa Marie has 3 children, actress Riley Keough. And, I think, what was she in? She was in a couple of big movies. And twin girls, Harper and Finley Lockwood. Her son, Benjamin, unfortunately deleted himself in 2020. Lisa Marie, it's like we talk about her and she came for such greatness, but she had such a hard life. She grew up in the Hollywood kid crowd. She was introduced to a lot of things super early. She's been in and out of her own issues with rehab and all this stuff. And I don't say that to preserve her memory. I say that as she literally was a survivor. She was dealt in one hand an incredible hand. You are one of the most famous people alive, daughter. You have countless amounts of money. But on the other hand, you grew up in a very emotionally empty and barren place that stopped you to seek validation elsewhere. And she went through marriages. Back then she was mocked. She was teased, she was humiliated, she became a butt of jokes, and through it all, she always stayed true to her inner light and found her way. She found her way. She was a loving mother by all accounts. She was close to her mother. And it's so sad that after losing her son in 2020, she really was also called home in a sudden heart attack. She is daughter, of course, to Elvis and Priscilla. What else are they saying? She owned and operated the immensely lucrative Elvis Presley Enterprises until 2005, when she sold off all the business. She's still the owner of Graceland, Elvis's famed Memphis stage. She will be missed, you guys. This is so sad. So the kids went off to school. She has 2 twins, Lockwood, Hunter, and what's the other kid's name? I don't want to misspeak on the family, but she has 2 twin girls, Harper and Finley Lockwood. He took them off to school. Danny, who they've been, even though it's her ex-husband, they've been living together for a while, took them off to school. He came back. The housekeeper discovered her. He did CPR. They gave her an adrenaline shot, nothing. EMTs came, they found a heartbeat, and they rushed her to the hospital to treat her. Her mom showed up immediately at her side. Again, I said they were thick as thieves. Her mom showed up and she sadly passed away. Can you imagine how sad her family? Again, I guess there's no family that's like, oh, good, I'm glad you passed away, but that has to be a shock. Listen, prayers and healing energy to her family during this immensely difficult time. She is the umpteenth person in the last calendar year to succumb from mysterious cardiac arrest. We'll see what the cause of death was. As you know, cardiac arrest just means that your heart stops. Anything can stop your heart. Hopefully it was by natural causes, but in the meantime, you guys, I'll let you know when we hear something more, but yeah, this is, wow. 2023 is already starting off with a bang. Let me know what you think in the comments. I'll keep you posted if anything else turns up. But yeah, thoughts and prayers to the family. Wow. Wow. Anyway, y'all, let me know what you think in the comments, and I will talk to you later. Bye.